socks on. So the
Put your
creepy
socks on,
sock
darling.
men don't know creepy feet men.
Oh, don't look at your feet.
Yeah. You can't get to me now. Not without paying. My OnlyFans at Bibi _
Yeah, we have a Patreon for Bibi's feet.
Yeah. Okay.
She's back.
I'm back.
She's ready.
I'm ready.
Hello. How are you?
Yeah, I'm alright. How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Well, that's that. I'll see you guys next
Yay.
week. Yeah.
Right, embarrassing story of the week.
Embarrassing story of the week is...
Oh, you got one?
Yeah.
Great.
It's not fun, but like it was embarrassing.
Okay, go.
So my mate Bella had a birthday party. Oh wait, I didn't talk about this last week. Did I?
No, we've not done one.
Oh, no,
we've not
done.
filmed.
Okay.
Not recorded since the 30th.
Oh, perfect. Okay. So she had a birthday party. There was a guy there who she used to work with, and I was never like crazy about him. But then I kind of saw him in a new light, and I was like, "All right, hello,
All right, yeah.
hello, you." Like
Can we roast
you,
you?
like Joe Gold. What was his name?
Yeah,
Hello,
Joe Goldberg.
you.
Hello, you.
And I stalked him across the town to a bookstop. Bookstop.
Bookstore.
No, we were walking down the stairs of the club Freedom, which is sticky, disgusting
Sounded
club
nightclub.
in Soho. And there's a guy mopping the floor, and in my drunk haze, I thought, that doesn't look good. The odds are not in my favour.
What, as in, like, slipping?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I make a real effort to like not slip. He's like 2 steps ahead of me, and lo and behold, my foot just like gives way
It's
underneath
like
me.
the story of whatever you do, don't slip.
Yeah. Oh my god, it rings true. Like 20 years later,
No.
whatever you do, don't slip. And I found myself ass thumping on the stairs. This is the embarrassing part that I could have coped with.
Oh god.
I decided to go braless.
Oh.
Which is really bold because, girl, I'm packing some double F.
Cheers.
So in my little halter neck that's barely hanging on by a thread, that the entire
Quite
night's been
literally.
like, fuck. A tit slips out. I couldn't wait to tell you this.
I was going to say, like, I can't believe you've managed to not tell me this for the last 2 weeks.
I think as it was happening, I was like, it's pod material.
Yeah.
Pod material. A tit whips out. I immediately, lying on my back, go to shove the whole tit back in. And then he turns around like, oh my God, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, fine.
So he didn't see tits.
He did not see the tit. And if he did, he was very demure about it.
Very mindful.
Very mindful, very demure.
Oh,
And the tit
my.
slipped back in. And then I got up and it was fine.
I'm just like, I'm like imagining the whole scene in my head and just like, your little pig nip just like, ow.
You see my nipples too, and they're
Yeah,
not
yeah,
conventional
yeah.
nipples. Like,
Here they are.
okay, maybe they are.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that many nipples in my life, I suppose.
There's not a lot to compare it to, but
I think they
that's-
just don't like they're not that distinguishable from the rest of the boob. So it kind of looks
it's just
like
all one big pink lump.
yeah. Yes. Yeah, like people have like the nipples are a different colour to the rest of their boob.
Yeah.
Mine aren't really. They just,
So funny.
especially when it's warm as well.
When it's cold, there's a bit more.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can see it. Yeah. Then it's like, oh, there it is.
Yeah. When it's warm, it's just like, who knows?
Who knows where she goes? What adventures she gets up to.
That's
She ate on my
actually,
tit.
that's maybe like
That was
the
bad.
best embarrassing story we've had
Yeah.
so far.
It was pretty good.
That's great.
It was pretty juicy.
It's giving Miranda.
Oh yeah,
Big
it's very
time.
Miranda. Yeah. So
That's
on
great.
top of that.
Yeah. Well, my one also kind of gives Miranda, but in a different way. So I was flying to Lanzarote. It was early. I was wearing baggy clothes, just rocking up.
yeah.
I'm going through, I've gone through security and I'm in duty free and I'm like, it's like a family holiday vibe. I can't come in empty handed. So I'm like, I'll get a bottle of Aperol, £13 for a huge bottle of Aperol.
Fuck off.
Incredible.
13 quid.
Yeah, so good.
I don't really take advantage of duty free.
I never do.
Yeah.
But
It's almost like they do the sell so hard. They do the hard sell.
it's such a hard sell that you're like, no.
You're like, no, it's got to be
Actually,
catchy.
though, so good.
Really?
Like, you can get a massive bottle of gin for like a nice gin for like £12, like Bombay Sapphire or something. Yeah.
Get the fuck out.
I know. So
Okay.
next time we're going through duty free.
It would be cheaper to just buy a plane ticket, go to duty free, do your shopping, than like shop
this
in
climate,
London.
yeah. So I got my Aperol, and then I'm like, it's such amazing duty free, and I'm like, I can't figure out where to pay. So I go up to this guy that works there, and he's like working behind one of the bar bits, and I was like, oh, like, where do I pay? And he's like, oh, it's just around there, sir.
That around there, sir.
Yeah,
Sir.
sir. I was like, I'm so sure that I don't like. I'm so sure he said it, but he said what he said quite quickly. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I know it's early and I'm wearing baggy clothes, but sir? Fucking excuse me?
Oh
like,
my god.
Wow. And I was like, my first thought was, that's going on the board.
That's hilarious.
I was like, what the
For
actual...
a second, my brain didn't even compute that. Like, I was like,
mine didn't either at the time. I was like,
it's just around there,
did
sir.
he just say that? Like, but I was like, it sounded like he said that.
Yeah.
But like, he looked me in the
'Cause what-
eye, and I was like, what is telling you right here that this is a man?
Oh my god. Because
I
also,
know.
what else could he have been saying
Well,
that
this is
rhymes
it.
with sir?
Yeah, it's right round there. No, it's just gonna be sir.
There's nothing else.
There's nothing else.
There's nowhere else that could have gone.
No. He called me sir, and it's not even like we.
That is Miranda coded.
That is Miranda
She
coded.
definitely gets called sir.
Yeah, she always gets mixed up with being a man. So I was like,
Wow.
fucking great.
And then you down the Aperol on the flight
Yeah,
there.
I'm like, Jesus fucking gross.
Oh man.
And speaking of holidays, this leads us
Yeah.
on beautifully to this week's topic, which is holiday stories.
Yes.
Now, Goose and I have known each other since we were like 3-4 years old. We've
Yeah.
been on many a trip together,
Yeah.
many of which were like school trips, and
Yeah.
also just leisurely. So I feel like we're going to have a lot to talk about.
We will.
Yeah.
A lot of reminiscing.
A lot of reminiscing.
Where to begin? I was thinking, there was one anecdote that I thought was quite funny that just popped into my head from when obviously we went interrailing.
Oh yeah.
2K16.
2K16.
Was it 2K16?
Was it?
Yeah. I think it was.
It was.
Mm.
Summer 2016.
Yeah.
So it's just before I went to uni.
9 years ago. I just did that math.
No.
Woo, boy.
9 years ago.
Wow, well, it feels like yesterday.
It does.
And I feel no older and no wiser.
Yeah.
I'm
That was
no different.
such a great trip.
That was a
Oh my
fantastic
god,
trip.
I had so much fun.
And we were in a club in Berlin.
Mm-hmm.
And I just remember we were dancing and there was a short king in the crowd. He spots me. It's like we spot each other above, like all, like beneath all the bodies.
Beneath all the
yeah,
bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, not above. We neither of us can see.
You're
like,
at nipple
past
height
anyone's
with
face.
everyone.
Yeah,
You're like-
yeah. See each other across the forest of people. And I can just see his eyes light up. And he's like,
I'm taller than
another
someone here.
midget. Yeah. And for the rest of the night, I just remember him desperately trying to like follow me around.
That's so
And I was like,
funny.
no, fam, no. Like, come on, give me a talking.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I remember we found that hilarious.
Because we we started, I think, in Krakow.
Mm.
And then we went to, it was Krakow, Prague, Berlin, Amsterdam. But I feel like there was one more in there.
Budapest.
How could I
How could you
fucking
forget
forget?
Budapest? That was the best part.
That was the best one.
Oh.
And I think we all got with someone in every city as well.
We did so well.
Yeah, we did so
did
well. It was like
well.
freshly 18 and we were like on the loose.
Yeah.
It was so good. Oh my god. Like,
Yeah, so Budapest. Let's start there.
how much do we say?
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, no, I
Yeah,
don't want to
yeah, yeah,
divulge too much of that. Actually, let's just say,
things happened in the Instant Club.
yeah, Instant Club, 4 floors,
4 floors.
fucking massive. That place was like bigger than a warehouse.
Yeah, it was so sick. Different rooms with different
Huge.
music.
Yeah,
It was so good.
that was definitely like a brothel back in the like 1800s,
Yeah.
with all those little nooks and crannies and rooms
Yeah.
and stuff. And yeah, we lost each other many a time.
Many a time. Then we'd find each other and be like, oh my god.
Yeah, you're like, oh my god, where you been?
Yeah, you're like, oh, this guy, like.
yeah. Got off with 15 boys.
Yeah.
Like, definitely got an STD.
Yeah. I feel like I can't remember anything strictly embarrassing happening on that trip.
No, I got brutally rejected in instant when I went
Did
up to a
you?
guy. Well, it was brutal in my head, and it kind of put the fear of God in me for rejection. I now know how young men feel. I went up to this guy who I thought was cute, and I was like, hey, do you want to dance? And he looked me up and down like that. And then he went, no. And turned back to his friends, and I was like, woo!
That is fucking savage.
It was savage.
That is savage.
Savage.
Also, what the fuck? Like,
What
you're a
the fuck?
catch.
Yeah,
What's he all about?
Thank you. Maybe 18, you know.
Yeah, still.
In my, like, I don't know, you know, when your dress sense is just about forming.
Yeah,
For me, it took quite a while to form an okay dress sense, but I was probably in a pencil skirt and a blouse for all that.
And your kitten
Dressed like a
heels.
50-year-old, yeah. Like, you want to dance? Pretty boy.
I'm trying to like rack my brains of like my brain of our travel stories. Like my memory is so bad. Like if you tell me things, I'll be like, oh my god, yeah. But like trying to think of
Yeah.
things, I'm like, I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, nothing like crazy happened except for just making out with some guys and drinking and
Yeah. But but what about our other trips of like, because we went to, was our first one? No, our first one was like PGL. But we went to PGL twice because we loved it so much.
Yeah, first with the school.
Yeah,
Second, just me and you on
just
the road.
me and you, and we met.
We were
Do
like-
you remember that guy Adrian?
Adrian, I still have him
Yeah.
on Instagram.
Shut
Yeah, and he used to call
up.
me Puffer B because I wore
Puffer B.
one of those gilet puffers.
Yeah,
before it was cool.
Puffer B. And what's he up to these days?
I don't know.
We need to check.
I think we should check. Oh, I'd love it if he was like, I don't know, famous or.
That would be yeah.
He looks the exact same.
Oh my god, he looks the
To be
exact
honest.
same. He looks kind of fly though.
Wow, he does. He was always very cool.
Yeah, he was cool. He was hilarious.
Doesn't say what he does, but he's just
Do you know what was like the most fun bit of school trips was going with your crush?
yeah.
So like in year 5, year
Yeah.
6, obviously we would have had crushes at the time.
Yeah.
I remember who yours was vividly. And
Larry.
Larry. But then did we go on any trips in high school? Berlin. In year 10.
Berlin.
And
yeah.
was your crush on that trip?
Yes, he
'Cause
was.
mine was. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
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 And we never spoke to him the entire time. I think Larry offered me his seat on the tram.
Stop.
And then I was like, no, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry, I'll sit on your lap.
And do you know what the funniest bit was about that trip is that we went to like an under 18s clubbing night,
Yeah.
and that was like
And everyone
actually horrendous.
fingered on the podium.
The podium. Yeah.
Like the podium that was in a semicircle, a raised semicircle in the middle of the dance floor.
Yeah. And
The teachers were all getting drunk in like some
Yeah.
other room. Fair enough.
fair enough.
And then the losers were not on the podium. The cool
No.
people were on the podium.
They were getting
And they
fingered.
were all getting fingered. And at that time, I wanted nothing more than to be getting fingered on the podium
Fingered on the podium.
by my crush.
Yeah.
It's probably getting busy with some other girl.
Yeah. That's so funny.
man.
What the fuck?
God, kids are weird.
Kids are horny and weird.
Yeah.
It's like Big Mouth.
Yeah.
Fully.
Yeah. Being a teenager, you are perpetually confused.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So-
oh, sorry, what are you gonna say? I feel like
Oh,
you said
yeah,
you've
no,
got
yeah.
a lot of stories. Go.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking about my first ever holiday.
That
When I was
wasn't allowed to
17,
go on.
you were not like, oh yeah,
My
you
parents
weren't
didn't let me
allowed.
go.
Fair enough. We could have died.
Yeah, because at the time I was like, oh my god, that's so annoying. But then when you came back and told me everything that happened, I was like, fair enough. Like my parents didn't want to go because all of their fears basically happened.
Yeah. Well, there was it was kind of dangerous. Like, 'cause there were creepy men around. It was Cyprus,
Yeah.
so many creepy men, and so me and the girls go to this bar, the only bar in this city, which it was so weird because that city was not like, it wasn't like Magaluf, where all the horny 17-year-olds go. It was just some very quiet city. But in that bar, we spot a group of young men.
Love.
Obviously, we'll start talking.
Make a beeline.
Make a beeline. And that night, they're like, come back to our massive villa. We have a pool. And we were like, sick one.
Were they your age?
Yeah, roughly.
Okay,
yeah, maybe a few years older. Like,
Okay.
yeah. So it was all fine.
Yeah.
So we go back to the villa. I was major virgin. I clearly a massive late bloomer because I was like, I do not want to get off with any of these gross men.
Really? That's
Yeah.
so polar opposite of your energy
Tell
now.
me about it. Our time changes.
Were you?
a gal.
Did you not drink at this point as well?
I didn't drink.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so this is like the most rogue like character development, but
Yeah.
Biebs for a long time was like
Straight edge.
straight. I was trying to think of the word. I was gonna say triple X, but I was like, that's not right.
XXXTentacion.
You were straight, like
Straight edge.
not anything.
Yeah.
And then
I just had zero interest in it. I was like,
Yeah.
can't be fucked for that. Like,
and then something turned, and then you became a massive alcoholic.
dated. I had got my first boyfriend who loved
Yeah.
drinks and drinking drugs. So
Yeah.
I was like, I'll do the drinking part.
Yeah.
Nothing more. And then turns out it's hella fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I wasn't drinking and I didn't want to like get with anyone. I was just like, this will just be a laugh. This will just be a fun time.
Yeah.
So I'm hanging about the pool. I'm like talking to some people and crazy stuff is going on in like, in the other rooms.
Yeah, I bet it was.
And then me and our great mutual friend Tilly,
Mm.
she was also kind of like, I don't really want to get with anyone.
Yeah.
And so we start browsing. We see the biggest watermelon we've ever seen in our life in the kitchen. And we were like,
How big was it?
oh, dude, think for watermelon, double it, and then triple it. It was massive.
Like, I'm trying to like look around the room.
It's kind of like the kind of size that you're actually shocked. like if a watermelon could stop you dead in your tracks,
That would be it.
that would be it. Like we stopped and we were like, it's like
You're
it
like,
gleamed.
Yeah.
And we were like, that's fucking amazing. We were like,
Do you know what's
have
so
it.
cute is that like everyone else was like getting with each other and it was all very like
Sexual.
sexual vibes, and you and Tilly were just like, wow, that's a massive
Yeah.
watermelon. That's what was really capturing
Yeah.
you. I
Yeah.
love that though. That's so wholesome.
I think that was a better memory than I could have ever made, making out with some guy in a
See,
bedroom.
The other people that were getting with people, they don't remember who it was.
Oh
They barely remember like
No.
where they were.
Yeah.
That will always stick with you because you saw a
That-
fucking massive
That
watermelon.
bonded us. And we were pissing ourselves. We found it so funny. And I think because we were just cracking up together the whole time, like just
It was
finding
just so
everything
fun,
hilarious.
Yeah.
And the watermelon was just the cherry on the cake.
Yeah.
So we were like, we gotta take this home. So we
Naturally.
so we concoct a plan for like Tilly to distract. Oh no, I distracted them, and Tilly runs across the pool to like go and hide it in the bushes so we can pick it up later.
So it's like not so big that one person can't carry
No,
it. Okay,
no.
okay.
There is a picture actually for reference. I could edit this on the YouTube video
Yes,
and like put the picture up of me holding this watermelon.
Yeah.
But it was like half the size of my body, so I'm standing there like.
Because they're kind of heavy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they're
Yeah.
heavy. Yeah. But I'm carrying two on my chest, so I was like, "What's
Yeah.
one more?"
Yeah.
So I go into another room, and I distract them. I start going, "Hey boys, what you up to? Yeah," like flirting, whilst Tilly behind me is like rushing through the kitchen with a watermelon, and she goes successfully hides it by the tree and comes back like nothing's happened. I was like. Sick one. She just like gave me a look like it's done. It's done. So
That's
we're pissing
hilarious.
ourselves. We're then like, I think one of the guys kind of pissed me off for some reason. I can't remember. He said something and I was like, you're a twat.
Yeah.
So I think I want to steal something. We've stolen a watermelon. I'm in the mood to strike again.
You love a bit of stealing.
Yeah.
That was your
Yeah,
vice.
especially when
That
I was
was
17.
your vice. Yeah, you didn't drink, but you stole.
Oh, that was how I got my kicks.
Yeah. Theft.
Theft. And what? Oh God, what a kick it! What
Thrill
a
it was.
thrill it was.
Yeah.
So I see this very nice watch in one of the rooms, and I think I want it.
Oh my
That'd be
god.
mine.
Goose.
Which I know in hindsight, I'm like, that's actually pretty bad.
That's
but also,
really bad.
these guys were twats. Because if you think about it, they kind of were in their early 20s. We were 17.
I love how earlier I was like, well, your age, and you're like, yeah, like a few years older. And then you're like, they're in their early 20s.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they were 45.
yeah.
Their age keeps changing.
Yeah.
The more I justify my stealing.
Yeah, the worse you look, the older they get.
They were 100.
Yeah, like
So I burnt their place down.
yeah, of
Like-
course. God, Goose, you are naughty.
Oh, well, I wouldn't do it now.
Well,
Of course I would.
don't lie
Who
now.
am I kidding you? So I take this watch, pop it in my pocket, and I think, excellent. But he had really fucked me off, this guy.
Okay,
And I knew it was his because obviously he'd been wearing it all night, and I was like, I know that's his.
right. Okay.
He was twatty twat.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, he was like literally, he'd make out with one girl, sleep with her, literally try and like make out with another girl who were friends.
oh,
Yeah. So I just mouthed the
okay.
names of some. Yeah.
Oh
So,
shit!
so it
he was
caused all that-
moving mad.
he was moving mad. He was like, yeah, he was trying to
So
tick
you're like,
everyone
right.
off.
I'm going to teach you a lesson.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a bit like Promising Young Woman, except less violent.
I've not seen that.
Great film.
Hmm.
Great film. Yeah, you really like it. So, so yeah, and I still have the watch to this day.
Do you?
Yeah.
Upstairs?
Yeah, it's in my cupboard somewhere. Yeah, it doesn't
Shut
work. Like,
yeah. What brand is it?
I don't know. I think I looked it up and it was like 70 quid. So it wasn't like, you
okay.
know.
I thought you were gonna like say
not
like yeah, I took it to
Rolex.
like a pawn shop and they gave me like $1,000 for it.
That would be sick.
That would be sick.
I never took it to a pawn shop though. No. So then that night, me and Tilly, we get into a bit of a tiff about something and she stops talking to me. So
Oh my god!
it's now my responsibility to take this watermelon home.
The watermelon's landed on your shoulders.
Yeah, it's landed on my shoulders.
Naturally.
Naturally. So I carry this watermelon possibly a mile
By
down
yourself?
the road. Well, we're all ready to leave. The sun's coming up. Like,
So you're all
we're
as a
ready to
group?
go. As a group, we're
You're
all
just like walking in
collectively.
silence, grumpy, and you're
Yeah.
just carrying a watermelon.
Yeah, 3 of them are heartbroken.
Yeah.
Like, Tilly's not talking to me.
A lot's happened.
A lot's happened.
You've got a
I'm there
watch in your
carrying,
pocket.
like, fighting for my life, carrying this massive watermelon.
Did you eat it?
We did, yeah, but we kind of forgot that if we put it by a tree, things would get into it.
Oh,
So we start eating it, and then we see like some critters, kind of like, yeah, and we were like, "That's gross."
Oh,
chuck it.
Shit.
So it was
What
kind
a
of,
waste.
but, you know, what a waste.
What a waste.
What beautiful watermelon it was. But my arms were so fucked from carrying that watermelon for a mile. 'Cause it was like a half an hour walk. That I couldn't move my arms for like the next few days. And so I was like, oh, my mate's not talking to me. I can't move my arms. Hey, yeah,
I can't eat the watermelon.
Can't eat the watermelon.
It's all turned to shit.
It's all turned to shit. Yeah. So that was my first holiday.
My God, how do you top that? You don't.
Well,
Okay, here we go.
Anyway, no, I've chatted so much I'm getting a blocked nose. So
This always happens to you.
I think it's
Always with
like
your sinuses.
evolution was kind of like, she won't shut up if we don't
Suffocate her slowly.
suffocate her. It's my punishment from God.
Yeah, stop yapping.
Yeah. Do you have another wild abroad story?
Wild abroad stories. I'm trying to rack my brain. But something that came to mind was, it's not wild at all, but it's just very me coded, which was, I was on a family holiday in Portugal and I literally stepped out the hotel, I rolled my ankle and fell over. And it was because, like, in Portugal, they have very cobbled streets. They're very beautiful, but they're fucking impractical. And they're a death trap for someone like me
Oh, yeah.
with weak ankles. But the funniest bit is that, like, so I felt, it's a lovely hotel. We go there every year. And I literally, like, step, roll, full, like in one swift movement. And then there were like hotel people coming out like, oh my god, are you okay? Like, blah, blah, blah.
Oh.
And we're like, yeah, I'm crying because it really
Oh
hurt. And I
my
was like
God.
14. Then when we come back later that day, they'd got someone to come and like repave the like bit where I'd rolled my ankle. And I was
that's
like,
so
that's so sweet. But
cute.
also like, I'm so embarrassed.
Oh, they really made like, you know.
Yeah, they thought it was their fault. And I'm
Yeah.
like, honestly, it's me. Like, I am the problem.
They didn't want to get sued.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
were like,
yeah.
oh shit.
Yeah.
Like, they probably kept an eye on you with binoculars
Yeah.
out the windows looking
Like,
at you
oh
walk.
god, she's walking
Oh
out.
god, oh god, oh god. She's out, she's fine.
Yeah.
She's off the premises. That's
So
incredible.
me. So
Since you were
me.
14, you've been rolling your ankles for a decade.
Yeah, no wonder they're fucked.
Jesus. Need some new ankles. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I do.
That was your evolutionary
Yeah,
downfall,
you
isn't
can't
it?
breathe, I can't walk.
Yeah, yeah.
What a pair we are.
Achilles' heels. To be fair, I've never actually been able to breathe properly anyway. Like, I have a bad sense of smell. My nose is always a bit jammed up, so...
jammed up.
I've never said that phrase in my life.
My nose is always a bit jammed up.
Be jammed up. Oh god, I've got so... I've honestly got so many.
Really? Because I can't really think of any for
My
me.
fucking list.
Oh
This
my
was me, instead of
God.
working, I was writing this
Yeah,
today.
yeah.
So, Bella and I, so for pod listeners, my mate Bella, we go to LA quite a lot, and we'll make money and spend it all there, and that's been our pattern for at least 2 years. And I am sometimes in charge of the Airbnb.
Oh god, that's risky in itself.
Incredibly risky. I don't know geography, I don't know maps. And obviously, I think this was like the second or third time we've been. So I still was figuring out with the places, you know, that you can stay and you can't stay. What's dangerous, what isn't.
Yeah, and I feel like in LA there's a lot, like one block to the next block is very different, right?
Yeah, like one spot, safe as anything. You walk down the wrong road, you get shot. So, and that's the beauty of LA.
That's why we love America.
Yeah. And so I saw this Airbnb and it looked really nice. It was like, it had a rooftop and a pool, and it was kind of like, it was near downtown, but it wasn't like in downtown, because downtown is the no-go zone.
Right, okay.
It's honestly like an apocalypse has hit it, because obviously they've got Skid Row. So
I was going to say,
it
it's like where
is-
Skid Row is.
no one really lives there anymore, unless you want to fuck around and find out. So I booked this Airbnb thinking it's fine. Bella and I got different flights, and she got there before me, so she was going to just like check in, you know, have a snooze, whatever, and I join her. The second I touch down and I get signal, floods of you know when like your phone goes
Yeah.
and I was like, holy fuck.
Yeah, who's fucking died?
yeah, who was fucking died? And I was getting calls from Bella's mum and like her, and like all these texts of her freaking out. I was like, what the fuck has happened?
Oh my god.
What had happened was, she got in the Uber, put in the address, and the guy was like, are you sure that's the right address? And she was like, yeah, I've double checked. He takes her there, and he's like, listen, I wouldn't normally drive down here, but obviously I want to make sure you get to where you are safely. He stops right outside the door of the Airbnb. Bella says she looks out the window. There's like a man running around with a knife. There's like gangs. There's fights. There's shouting. But she was like, are you sure this is it? And he was like, yeah, check the maps. It's in that, like, that's the apartment building. So she was like, holy fuck, well, I have no choice but to just like get the fuck in there.
What?
So she's really tall and blonde and dressed in all pink. So you can imagine.
Oh my god. She like
Princess
steps out, like,
Bella, like, yeah, like, oh my god,
Yeah.
with a massive pink luggage as well. It was like Legally Blonde,
yeah,
like,
yeah, or like Wild Child or something.
yeah, Wild Child.
Yeah.
So she gets in, she has a massive panic, and she's texting me
I'm
like,
surprised.
what the fuck have you booked? What the fuck is this? And I was like, sorry, bruv, I thought it was away from Skid Row, but I guess not. I guess it's
It's
on
like number
Skid
one
Row.
Skid Row.
Number one Skid Row. Yeah, so we rebook.
Oh, okay.
So it's all fine. We're like, we message Airbnb. We're like, listen, we didn't realize it's super dangerous here. Like, we've had this experience. And Airbnb, shout out, not sponsored, but might be one day. They were like, they're always on the side of the customer. So if a customer has a solid complaint about something, like they feel unsafe or like it's dirty, they will get a refund and rebooked.
I would have thought it'd be the opposite.
I know, you think,
That's
but no, they
amazing.
always put the customer first.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I think because they have so many people on Airbnb renting their place out, they're like, we have no problem chucking you off. So
True.
yeah, so
It's in their interest to
it's in their best interest to be on the customer side.
prioritise.
So we rebook. Now,
God.
this place looks kind of okay. It doesn't look amazing. Our budget is obviously peanuts, so we're trying to find somewhere that's okay, safe, in an okay area.
Not glamorous, but like
Not
you can
glam.
rest your head.
Bare basics, but yeah, we can rest our head. So we have this bungalow. We turn up. It looks like someone has dug out the front yard, and we have to like climb through this ditch to get to the front door. We go in. It looks nothing like the pictures, and it's filthy. There's like crumbs on the sofa, mud footprints on the floor. The mirror, I kind of like, there was a gust of wind behind the mirror in the bathroom. I pull it open, there's a massive hole through the wall going into nothing. And we were like, oh, this place is disgusting. But we thought, we're exhausted.
We're not gonna get stabbed, I guess.
Yeah. And then we see this weird little vent by the living room. And we're like, the fuck is that? And where the fuck does that lead to? So we push this like closet thing out the way. There's a hidden door. We're like, and it's like two white girls in the horror film. We're like, what's through the door?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, let's open it and find out.
Yeah.
So we open it and we see a set of stairs going down to a basement.
What?
Now Bella, loving horror films and being the kind of fuck around and find out gal she is, was like, well, let's go down there.
Really? I wouldn't have thought that she was like that.
No, she kind of, she's anxious, but she loves an adventure.
God, that's a fucking
Which is a
dangerous
real-
combination.
I think she fights with herself over
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Like, she's got two sides of her.
Yeah.
The devil's like, go on, do it.
Yeah.
The anxious side is like, please, I beg
Yeah,
you.
I beg you not.
We've had a really big day. I can't take it anymore. So she goes down. I follow her because I'm like, well, if she goes down, I go down with her. And we go down to the basement. And it's just it's empty. It's dark. We were like, okay, well, it's a normal-ish basement. Now, also, Bella is 5'10". And I'm 5 foot. So she can see a hell of a lot more than I can. And she saw this kind of like rectangle hole in one of the walls. She looks through. There's another room with a bed in it. So immediately we were like, we're packing our bags and we're leaving.
What?
Because either that is for like, I don't even know, but it just screams serial killer to me.
Wait. So how big is the vent?
The vent was a little rectangle thing, and we could see that there was like something down the vent.
Wait, so how did you get... I'm confused as to like the vent, how you got in that and then walked down some stairs
that
or
we saw
something.
the vent and saw that there was something like beyond the vent, like another room. Sorry, I've described it so badly. And then we moved a closet and saw the door next to the vent.
I see.
Opened the door, went down to the basement.
And then
There
in
was
a window
another-
through the basement, you can see that room was a
hole.
bed.
Yeah, a hole through the wall in the basement.
What did it look like? Was there anything else in the room?
I don't know, because I couldn't see. Because I'm fucking tiny.
Because I'm like, it's either giving we're preparing for an apocalypse,
Oh,
and this is like our like safe room,
Oh, yeah, that could have been it.
or it's giving like something weird, like a bit
Yeah.
sinister and dark.
Yeah. Well, we jumped to the sinister and dark
Naturally,
conclusion.
because I'm like, even if you're preparing for an apocalypse, I don't want to find out if it's the other one.
No.
Oh my god.
So,
What a shitmare.
shitmare. It doesn't end there.
Oh my god. When was this?
This was a really big trip. A summer ago, 2 summers ago.
Fuck.
So we spend one night there, and we had our other friend come to visit, because we were all going to go to Santa Barbara.
Wait. So you find the room, you're like, fuck, we need to leave.
Yeah. But
Do
we were
you-
exhausted.
Okay, so it's like evening time, or like,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you travelled, you're like jet lagged to shit.
Yeah.
Do you
8-hour
message
flight.
Airbnb?
we decide to leave that till the morning.
Okay.
So we spend one night there. Our other friends, so there were 3 of us by this point, and we had told the other friend about this, and we were like, there's this weird fucking basement. This whole place is weird.
And they were like, sick, I'm coming over.
Yeah, sick, I'll be there.
Yeah.
But the whole night we could not sleep because we were so like, there was just, you know, when there's just an atmosphere about a place.
Yeah.
And also because it's a bungalow, I was like, and also there are 2 points of entry to the place. So I was like, oh, fam.
Yeah, you feel
People
a bit
are
like
crazy around here.
Yeah.
So
Maybe
after,
that's what the room was for.
Yeah.
Someone like breaks in, you're like, let's go to this room.
Yeah.
Panic room.
Yeah, panic room. So anyway, so we message Airbnb, we get booked into another place, and it's all fine, and the other place is lovely.
Okay.
Lovely. Poor Airbnb are probably like, these girls.
Fucking hell, these girls
Fucking
again.
hell,
Jesus Christ. You want the Ritz?
Yeah. You went out the Ritz. You got a budget of £5 a night.
Yeah.
So then after this week in LA, we're going back with our friend to Santa Barbara, where she was at university. Now this is kind of like, this isn't creepy, this is just hilarious. So because she's at uni there, everyone's like 19 and there are these frat parties, and I was like, frat party is on my bucket list.
Yes.
I have to go to a frat party.
Oh my god.
So we go to this like day frat party. We get wasted.
Is it like what the movies look like?
Yeah.
Shut
It actually is.
up.
It's like, I mean, it's like, a disgusting student house, and then the back garden is like, it's on a hill. You can see over the ocean. The sun is beaming. Everyone's drunk. It's 1 p.m.
Yeah.
And
that's so much fun.
oh, it's such good
what
crack.
the hell?
I make out with an 18-year-old.
Of course.
At this point, how old was I? 23, 24. Old enough to know better. So I'm no better than the men in Cyprus.
Well, yeah. And did he steal your watch? No, he didn't.
Hell no, I'm smart enough gal to not have a watch to steal. And then that night we're like, okay, the party doesn't stop here. Also, we're drinking this, it was some American like concoction of juice, vodka, rum, like punch. Thank you.
It was fucking punch.
It was fucking punch in a plastic 1 litre container.
Incredible.
That like everyone carries their 1 litre, and you just
you have 1 litre each.
Yeah.
What the?
I mean, obviously you don't finish it, otherwise you probably die.
Yeah,
but like, you know, we've all got our jugs.
Yeah.
And so that night there's talk of a rave in a mountain. Now, who would I be if I was to
turn down a rave at a mountain?
Music to my 2 favorite words.
Yeah.
Mountain and rave.
Rave and a mountain.
My God, I'm in.
Yeah.
So we're like, the sun is set. It's dark now. We're trying to stay awake. We had like a power nap. We were like, right, on to the next party. You know when you can feel yourself getting a bit ill as well. Like it's been
horrible
because it was a stressful start to the trip, you know, and also the drinking doesn't help.
No.
So we get into our friend's car, and this guy drives us up the mountain in his like massive Range Rover, and there was like a sheer drop on the other side, and I was like, okay, I'm here now.
Yeah.
Here we buckle up, boys.
Yeah.
And it was genuinely a terrifying ride to the top, but we finally get to the top of the mountain after like half an hour of pitch black, and it was beautiful. It was like, you know, you could see the ocean and shit, and like really high up, but it was kind of cold. So we get out. There's a few cars dotted around, and we have to walk a bit to where the rave's happening. It was about midnight. Now, what does the rave consist of? 3 boys and a DJ deck. We were like, you're kidding.
You're
like,
joking.
I've risked my life for the mountain rave.
Jet lagged to shit.
Yeah.
I've been Airbnb to Airbnb to Airbnb.
Yeah.
I've
nearly
fended
died
off men
5
with
times.
knives.
Yeah. Yeah.
And for this.
For 3 horny 18-year-olds and a DJ deck.
Yeah.
It's not even mood lighting. Like, give a girl a break.
Wait, what did you do when you got there?
So we kind of hung around. We were talking to some people.
You're just like, oh yeah, cool.
Yeah.
You're like, it's like when you like, I don't know, when you like get left with like someone that you don't want to talk to at a party or something. And you're like,
Yeah.
How do I
leave?
get out of this? Yeah.
It was hours. For hours it was like this. So it's 2 a.m. and I'm like, Bella, can we please, for the love of God, can we leave?
Yeah.
But she's like, I mean, she's got ADHD. That girl has energy for days. So she's like chatting around. She's having the time of her life. Like she'll make the best of any situation. And I was like, I'm gonna go to the car and I'm just gonna sleep because I'm a bit ill.
Fair.
I've sobered up now.
Yeah.
I'm not, that guy I kissed at the house party probably gave me tonsillitis. So so he gave me something. So I hate myself. So
He gave me something.
So I go to the car, and then apparently way more people showed up. It was more of a like 2 a.m. drink and watch the
rave.
sunrise rave kind of thing.
Raves are late.
Raves are late.
Raves are late.
I'm not a raver, so I didn't get the
Yeah,
memo.
yeah,
And also
yeah.
they're all on drugs, so like obviously they're awake until
Do you know
the
what that
sunrise.
just made me think of? I thought about the other day.
Oh yeah.
Real quick segue. Do you remember when me and you went to Brighton and stayed at my aunt and uncle's?
Yeah,
And we
I
went
remember
for
that.
dinner.
Yeah.
And then we were like, let's go to our first club. And then we went to a club. And it was literally like, we went at like, we're like, oh, it opened at 8, let's go at 8 or something like that. And then there was no one there. So we were there in this club, and like, I swear there was like a ball pit or some shit. or like a popcorn machine, or like something. It was like fairground vibes. Do you remember this?
No.
And we were literally there for like an hour, and then we're like, should we go home?
That's jokes.
Yeah.
I do remember us walking back late from something, so it probably was that.
Yeah. I mean, it
At
only would have been
9
about like
PM.
10:30, if that.
Oh, that's so
Yeah,
fun.
so funny.
Oh, I feel like
I remember Susan being
vaguely-
like, I thought you guys want to come back so much later, and we're like, no. I feel like, should we like watch some TV or something?
Should we have a cup of tea and
Yeah.
some crisps?
Yeah.
Settle down for the evening
Yeah.
at 10 p.m.
So
That's
funny.
really funny. Oh my
'Cause we
god.
didn't know that like people don't go clubbing till like midnight at least.
Yeah, I still get it wrong. Like, I'll still go out. Not that I've been to a club in ages, but like, I will go out somewhere and be like, why is it so quiet? Because people start
They
the party at
start,
midnight,
yeah,
at
I'm
like
like,
1.
I'm going to bed, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
long
yeah,
gone.
yeah.
Anyway, continue.
Yeah. So it was very much that vibe that I just didn't, and also I was too exhausted. So Bella then, she gets exhausted too. So does someone else. 3 of us are like sleeping in this car. And we're starving as well. Like, we hadn't properly had a meal because, like, they're students, so like they don't
Yeah.
have food.
Yeah.
So we all find this like the last few dregs of a Pringle can, and we're rationing 2 Pringles between us. And we're like, delicious dinner,
Girl dinner.
girl dinner, time for bed.
Yeah.
And then we just sleep. And then the guy drives us back as the sun rises in the morning.
Oh my god, I would actually be like such a miserable bitch because
Yeah.
when I sober up and I want to go home and I want to go
Yeah.
to bed.
Yeah.
And if I'm hungry as well, I would have like
Sucks when you're hungry.
That's
For me, when I'm hungry, the night is kind of over. Because I
Yeah.
won't be able to stop thinking about food.
and I can't come back after I've eaten. Once
Me
I've
neither.
eaten, it's bed.
It's bed. My tummy's round. That crop top is not fitting me anymore. So
My tummy's round, my bra is off.
yeah.
No one speaks to me.
Yeah. Don't look at me.
Yeah. I love like
Oh.
coming back from like a night and you're hungry and you like make some drunk food and then you like sit in bed and watch something and just
Yeah.
stuff your face.
Oh
It's
my
so
God.
good. What's your like go-to drunk meal?
Nothing's off limits, honestly. It's like anything that's in the kitchen.
That's just your vibe in cooking anyway.
Yeah, nothing's
Like
off
chuck.
limits.
Yeah, nothing's off limits.
What about you? I feel like yours is pasta.
No,
Oh.
mine is always because I know how to make a really quick like spicy peanutty noodle vibe. So I'll boil noodles 4 minutes, make the sauce 1 minute. Like it's so easy and it's so nice.
That sounds so good.
That is my vibe.
That sounds so
A
good.
fat bowl of noodles is what I want.
I understand.
Yeah, I understand.
I understand. Spiritually.
Yeah, spiritually, emotionally, physically.
Wow. Yeah.
And also less bloating because I normally have rice noodles.
Oh, not heavy gluten.
Yeah.
Fair. Yeah.
And also, like, I feel like I've eaten so much pesto pasta in my life that it's like,
It's not a treat anymore.
it's not a treat.
I understand that. Yeah.
But it is a treat when we have it because it's like a bit different how to describe it. Like pasta alla goose is just hits different.
Yeah.
But when I make pesto pasta, I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, meh. I think because we chucks whatever we can find
so
in
much
it.
random shit.
Yeah.
Herbs, like
Tofu.
bit of chickpeas or like a slice of ham, like
yeah.
like, shit ton of ketchup.
Shit ton of vegan cheese, like the works. And it's a massive yeah.
It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
I found some holiday stories online because I don't have that many wild stories. I don't know.
It's fair.
Or maybe I do, but I just can't remember them.
Yeah.
It's probably more likely. So this one is like, one of my most embarrassing funny stories happened while I was backpacking South America, specifically during a 4x4 tour from San Pedro de Atacama in Chile to Uyuni, Bolivia. I don't know if that's how you say it, but the trip takes you through the desert for 3 days to see otherworldly sights like hot pink lagoons where flamingos search for food, an abandoned train graveyard, and the highlight, the world famous Uyuni salt flats.
These are all such big words.
I know, yeah. During the trip, you share a car with 4 or 5 other people. So they're on a desert trip, 3 days in this car.
Oh, why didn't you just say it?
At one point, I was sitting in the front seat and it was getting really hot in the car. Our driver didn't speak English, but I spoke decent Spanish, or at least I thought I did. Estoy caliente, I said, looking right at the driver. To my confusion, instead of rolling down a window, he looked horrified or maybe confused. I decided it was probably my New York accent confusing him. Estoy caliente, I said, again, this time in what I thought was a more local-sounding accent. He looked even more horrified/confused. Suddenly, the one native Spanish speaker in the car spoke up from the back. I'm assuming you're not meaning to tell the driver you're horny, right? Apparently the way I was saying I'm hot literally translated to another meaning of the phrase. As I turned bright red, I decided I didn't really need the window open and would just sit in silence and try to disappear by melting in the car seat. But hey, when it comes to learning a language while travelling, embarrassing mistakes can certainly be a great teacher. Plus, I can add this to my list of hilarious vacation stories to share at parties.
That's excellent.
That's so funny.
Excellent. I'm horny.
Okay.
She didn't even explain it. She was just like, I'm just going to shut up.
Yeah. Not like, I was trying to say that I'm really hot. She's like,
yeah, that heck of
it made me think of like the like 2 episodes ago. It was like, you don't think I went down penny, do you?
I say that phrase to myself at least once a day.
I was thinking about it.
You don't think I got a penny, do you?
Yeah.
That's really good. I found one on Reddit that's actually quite funny, so we can break this up. So I'm not just
do that.
clacking on about my adventures. All right, it's quite long, so
all right,
buckle up.
Okay.
Buckle in. Should I do an accent?
Oh, go on. What do you want to do? Irish. This will last 2 minutes. Not even that.
A few years back, my wife and I were travelling. Oh, it's instantly better. My wife and I were travelling around Europe and were about to catch a train from Budapest to Romania. We arrived at the station about 2 hours before boarding commenced, as we wanted to make sure we found the right train and give ourselves plenty of time. We were lucky enough to find a conductor who stepped off the carriage that we thought we were going to be travelling on. He was a really lovely guy who actually led us on the train well before any passengers should have boarded and showed us to our private sleeper compartment whilst telling us in broken English that we would have to go back out onto the platform with our tickets just before boarding time.
I feel like I'm not taking in any of the stories. I'm just really focused on your accent.
Because it's so impeccably flawless.
Yeah.
So basically, like, this couple get there really early for this train, like travelling around Europe. Yeah, it's like going from Budapest to Romania.
Okay.
And the man running the train, the conductor, was just like, oh, you guys can just like sit in your compartment. Like it was like a sleeper train.
Cool.
So you can sit in your compartment, but then once everyone starts coming on, you have to come back out and get your tickets checked. So before, because they're early, so they can hang about.
Okay, got you, yeah.
We settled in for about...
Wait, do it, and I want to see if I can concentrate.
We settled in for about an hour and a half when we noticed people starting to queue up on the platform. So decided that it was probably time to hop off and hand over our tickets and reboard the train. Are you following?
Yes.
Okay. I thought I would pop into the bathroom before we went outside and stood in line, so I ducked into the toilet at the end of the corridor just next to the exit, dropped my pants, sat down on the toilet and did my business. And a rather big business it was too.
Rather big business it was. I did a massive shite.
Yeah, long story short, I did a massive stinker. Thanks to some dodgy Hungarian food the night before. So you know it stings. Next thing,
goulash.
Goulash. Oh, God. You repulse me. Next thing I know, someone is banging on the door so quickly. Oh, so I quickly finish and open the door to be greeted by the same lovely conductor who is yammering away in a mix of Hungarian and Romanian gibberish. So he's angry, right?
Okay.
As I stepped off the train onto the platform, I saw my wife's face, who was looking straight at me, wide-eyed, mouth agape, in what I can only describe as a look of pure horror. Oh, no. Wondering what the hell was going on. I looked at the rest of the passengers, whose faces ranged from absolute disgust to comedic hysteria.
What's happened?
Well, this is what when I was reading it, I was like, what the fuck has happened? The conductor kept up his barrage and heard the
sorry. Sorry.
Sorry there.
Your accent's really good.
I've really gone into this.
I beg my pardon.
I beg my finest pardon. And I heard the word bathroom and station as he's pointed down at the tracks right next to the steps everyone will be using to get back onto the train. This is where time seemed to slow, as the realisation of what had happened slowly set in, whilst I processed the conductor's strange and unexpected behaviour, my wife's look of shock, and the various expressions of the faces of 30-something passengers lined up alongside the train. As I started to repeat in my head, please don't let it be what I think it is, I glanced down towards the tracks, and sure enough, there it sat. A big, stinking, steaming pile of poo, toilet paper and all, right in front of all the passengers. How was I supposed to know that the toilets on older trains empty straight out onto the tracks, other than the sign I saw on the back of the toilet door that I didn't see on my first visit? I had to stand there in line with everyone for almost 20 minutes while everyone held their noses and gave me filthy looks, all the while imagining them witness the plop, plop, plop of my business falling 2 to 3 feet from the underside of the train.
Oh my God, because they were all still on the platform just
They were
watching
all
this
still
shit full. Wait, so is the rule that like you can only shit when the train's moving?
Something like that, yeah. Talk about an uncomfortable train ride. I was too embarrassed to step out of my cabin for the entire 26-hour trip.
Oh my God.
Scene. I just...
Thank you.
Thank you. I've been Paul Mescal.
I've been Paul Mescal.
This is bedtime stories. I'm calm.
Do you know who you sound like is the ginger Thomas Claflin in Bad Sisters? That's who you remind me of.
Oh,
Yeah.
which one's Thomas Claflin?
Ginger one in the first season.
Ginger one.
Who's like stressed and trying to catch them out because he's like he doesn't want to pay out.
Oh yeah.
Just like the
I
twang
hear
you
that.
had.
I hear that.
Yeah.
They should have cast me. Hello.
Hello. Oh my God,
Yeah,
that's
isn't that
fucking hilarious. That
brilliant?
actually, as you were telling that, made me think of when we went Interrailing, and I think we're on the train, maybe to Prague or something. I can't remember, but I was on the toilet and someone opened the door.
Did they?
Yeah,
I don't
and I was like,
remember that.
like, I think it was either like I knew it wasn't gonna lock because it was broken, but I was like desperate for a pee or something, or I thought I'd locked it, and then someone just it was a man as well.
Oh,
it was
no.
mortifying.
I remember actually on that train, see, we got separated for some reason. I think 'cause it was so busy, and I sat next to this guy, and we kind of got talking, and he seemed lovely, perfectly pleasant. And to this day, that was 9 years ago, to this day, he still asks for feet pics. He'll message me and be like, I'll pay you £200 for feet pics. And I'm like,
what? I didn't know this ever fucking happened.
Did I not tell you?
I mean, maybe, but
Maybe I
what
told you
the
ages ago,
fuck?
but yeah.
Wait. So you
Yeah.
sat next to someone on the interrailing trip,
Yeah.
this guy, and what, you follow each other on Instagram?
Yeah, because we chatted for like 2 hours. It was one of those things where you're like,
How old is he?
he could have been in his 30s at the time.
So he was like a good like 10 to 15 years older than you.
Yeah.
At least.
much
Maybe
older.
20 years older than you, actually.
Yeah.
So
much
what? He'll
older.
just like randomly message you like, send me feet pics.
Yeah.
Did you reply to him?
Well, at first, I think, at first it was normal chat. So I was like, oh yeah, you're all right.
What, so then it digressed into...
And then it digressed. But then he started offering me money, and I was like, how much?
Of course you are.
But my price was too high.
Yeah.
I was like,
How much would you want?
just for the feet,
Because like feet pics...
300.
I would do it for less. It's just your
Would you?
feet.
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah. But then he wanted my face and my feet in the same picture.
No.
And that's when I was like, well, buddy, you're looking at like 4 figures here.
Yeah.
Like-
You want this face?
Yeah.
With these fucking feet?
If you can't pay, you can't play.
Yeah.
Like, pay or get out.
Yeah.
Go find a cheaper bitch.
Go find some cheaper feet.
Yeah. I know what I'm worth
Yeah.
at the end of the day. So yeah.
So weird. What the
Really weird.
fuck? That's so like
weird.
I feel like that would happen to you.
Yeah.
That's so you. That would never happen to me.
Well, it's just 'cause I chat to strangers.
Yeah, you
and,
do.
like,
I don't talk to strangers.
No, which
if
is
someone
wise.
like tries to make conversation, I'm like,
Yeah.
don't speak to me.
No, which is smart. That's the right thing to
You
do.
make friends with, like, we went to Lake Como in September, and we went on like this boat tour, and you were chatting to this guy for fucking ages. Like,
I thought it was cute until he took his sunglasses off.
yeah, and then he was like a bit young, wasn't he?
He was young. Yeah, he was 20. I was like, boy, I nearly got a decade on you.
what?
Nearly got a
Oh,
decade
nearly
on
got a
you. Yeah.
decade. Oh, well, hardly. You always like to
7
make out like you're
years.
30, but it's like you're 26, just turned 27. It's fine.
I'm mentally preparing myself.
Yeah, you're just
Not a
I feel
shock
like
on
I'm
the
telling
day.
myself I'm 30 for the next 3 years.
So I don't wake up and I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, I'm the
I'm
other
like,
way. I'm
I
in
knew this
denial.
was
I'm
coming.
like, I'm in my mid 20s. That's pretty much my constant internal monologue.
It's like, shut up. What are you saying now? No, that did make me laugh when I think it was Phoebe was like, you just went on like an hour-long date on a boat.
Yeah.
Because me and this guy were like, la 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 la.
Yeah, yapping away.
Yapping away.
Not even looking at George Clooney's house.
It was underwhelming, let's be real.
Oh, I don't know. He had like a tennis court and another little bridge and another little house.
As I said, underwhelming.
You're like, you call that a fucking house?
You call that a house? This is George Clooney we're talking about.
Yeah, but the location, bruv.
Yeah.
Like, como Lake Shimono.
If you haven't got like a glass lift protruding from the side of your house,
I don't want to know about
I don't
it.
want to fucking know. If you don't have a helicopter pad on the top of your thatched roof.
Thatched roof.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying.
A thatched roof in the middle of Lake fucking Como.
Yeah, I don't want to know. What I think is that was a ruse.
Oh, yeah.
And his real house is some fancy fucking thing built into the side of the mountains.
I mean, maybe that's his holiday home. I'm sure he doesn't live there all year round.
It's probably just for his cars, isn't it?
Yeah. Or his dog or something.
Yeah, yeah. Got anything else to offer me?
No.
Well, fuck you. Well, fuck you.
Fuck you. Give me one more corker.
One more corker. Okay. This one's just like kind of wholesome.
Okay.
Bali, 2000, I think it was 19.
Okay.
Big group trip with obviously Bella and her boyfriend and like all of his. He comes from America, so it was like all of his like, you know, frat bros. So it was just a big old gaggle of kids, and it was good crack.
Yeah.
And we all chipped into like this massive villa, and this villa, it was like a little village, had like a pool, all these little huts, and it came with a dog and a puppy and a cat.
What the fuck?
Because they were just like strays. That the owner was just like, yeah, do you guys like animals? And we were like, fuck yeah, we like animals. He was like, well, there's a puppy and a cat. Like, there's cat food. Like, you can
they've
feed
just
them.
kind of, the animals are just kind of there chilling there now.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah. So we were
That's
like,
so
perfect.
cute.
And it was cute. But the puppy would always try and hump the cat. And we kept having to break them up. We were like, guys, will you quit?
Natural.
Yeah. Never gonna happen.
Yeah.
Shit, I'll get off the pot.
Yeah.
That doesn't apply to this.
That doesn't apply to
I
this.
just said no. I just wanted to say it. But the cat was like really fat, and we were like, that's a fat fucking cat. Like, she could barely move. And then one day, so there was a guy called Josh there, he's Bella's brother. Josh starts like texting the group chat like, guys, help, like the cat is screaming, it's run under the bed and it's like meowing away,
Giving birth.
yeah. We all go to Josh's room. This cat is giving birth under his bed, so we're like, we gotta help this gal out.
Yeah.
So a bunch of the guys lift up the bed, we shimmy the cat out, put it in the dog bed and help it give birth. And it's given birth to like 5 kittens. So we were watching them one by one plopping out. And we were like, is this girl going to stop? Like, how many more are there? Like, is she okay? And then, of course, the puppy runs in like, the fuck's going on? What's going on, boys? We're like, you stay out, you bitch. Like, look what you've done. You monster. And then, so we had to like protect this cat and its kittens for the rest of the trip from this horny puppy.
Oh my god.
And we put it on like, there was this room with like a ladder going up to like a little balcony bit inside the thing, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Completely. And we rested all the kittens there, and we were texting the owner like, your cats had kittens, bruv. Come help. And he was like, nah, it's fine. Nah, don't worry about it. You know, you need to feed them or whatever. It's the same as having one cat, so, you know, you have 6.
One cat, 6 cats, same thing.
Yeah. So that was wild.
Oh my god, that is
wild.
wild.
Yeah.
What the hell?
That was
Can't believe you
quite
helped
something.
deliver kittens.
Yeah. I'm a kitten midwife now. There's a career if the acting doesn't pan.
God, that's crazy.
Yeah.
See, I'm just like, yeah, I'm like, I've not had nothing like that
Yet. Just you wait.
Yeah.
You and me, girl.
Fuck me, but well, you're not booking the Airbnb when we go to LA, that's for sure.
Yeah, very fair. Very fair. Where is the furthest from London you've ever travelled?
New York.
New York. What happened in New York?
Well, nothing embarrassing, you know. I had a good time. I saw the sights.
Yeah. Ate some bagels.
I ate some bagels. What more do you want from me? Fucking hell. No, like nothing crazy happened. Like, I remember every time a car would backfire, I'd think it was a gun, and that was freaking me out.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Yeah. Any loud noise, you're like, it's a gun.
Yeah. But no, I saw that. No, nothing crazy. Just wholesome vibes.
We all smoked weed in Amsterdam. That was funny.
Yeah.
And we went to was it Van Gogh? Was it Van Gogh?
I swear we went to the Sex Museum.
We also did that. I think we went to Van Gogh as well.
Hi.
We did. Yeah, we did.
Did we?
Yeah, we did.
I don't remember that.
I actually remember the
That's what I
picture
mean. My
now.
memory is so bad.
Oh, yeah, because you were high.
Yeah.
I remember like, we were going around looking at all the paintings, obviously really slowly, because just time
You feel very slow.
Sorry, but time moves.
Yeah.
Doesn't move. Barely moves.
Yeah.
Glacial. And I remember seeing this tour group, and I thought, oh, it's a group of like in my weed brain thinking, it's a group of people looking at the picture. I'll go with them. And then I just joined this tour group, and was just like, oh, interesting, not understanding what the hell they were saying. And also, it was probably all in wait, Dutch. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Wait, Dutch.
I had the look of fear in my eyes. Oh my god, wait, Dutch. In Parisian. And just following the tour, and then just being like, oh shit.
I'm on this fucking tour.
I'm on a tour. I don't know where I am now. I should have paid for this. What guy do I pay? No. And then I found you guys. Hey guys.
We're like, hey, where you been?
Where you been, loca?
That's what I want to do. I want us to go to Forks.
Yeah.
I want to go to Forks. I
that's
want
on
to do the Twilight tour.
Yeah.
100%.
Oh, mate, when I get my fucking license,
First
nothing
trip.
can stop us. Yeah, first trip. Fucking Forks.
Going to America.
Yeah. They're like, oh my god, you're going to drive to Vegas? No.
No.
No, I'll be
A
driving
little
to
town called
Forks, my
Forks.
friends. Yeah.
Where is it again? What state?
Washington.
Washington.
It's the fact that they've got the high school and the house. The house that apparently people live in, but it's just a regular part of like fans coming to see the house. They won't get any peace.
It's like I always think that about Gavin and Stacey and Gwen's house. People she opens the house, I think, for like an hour or two a day. And you can go in and look at it.
You never have to work again.
Yeah. £2
That's not bad.
I don't know how much it is, but
that's not bad. Not bad at all.
And she get paid a pretty penny for them filming in it, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. You just buy the house next door and then just keep that one open.
Yeah.
Been making dollar all day. Put my business hat on.
Yeah.
You multiply.
You invest.
I'm glad it's sinking in, my friend. The student becomes the master.
On the stocks.
See you on the stocks market.
You multiply, you invest.
You got the job.
Should we
eat some tagine?
Yeah, I'm fucking starving.
Yeah, me too.
Goose has made tagine. Normally we make the same thing, which is pasta alla goose, which is, as you know, pasta and a whole range of things. Tonight she's like, I'm gonna make a tagine. And I was like,
I've never seen a look of such shock on your face.
Like, what? But I'm excited. It looks great.
Yeah.
It's been cooking in the oven this whole time. I'm fucking
For an
ready.
hour. Yeah, we've really timed this very well. Yeah, I'm ready for that tagine.
Ready for that tagine. Well,
Ready.
as always, I've been Weave.
And I've been Goose.
This is the No Judgment Zone podcast. Email us with your embarrassing stories. No Judgment Zone pod. No Judgment Zone pod at outlook.com. Or follow us on Instagram and TikTok at No Judgment Zone pod. See you on the flip side. Oh, so hungry.
I'm ready too.
What are we calling this? Title time.
Okay.
Oh
god, there's actually quite a lot to
watermelon, like something about the watermelon, maybe.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And like the shit on the
Stolen
tracks. Stolen
watermelons.
Stolen watermelons and shit on the tracks.
Mountain raves? I don't know. Or is shit on the tracks better?
Mountain raves.
Stolen watermelons and mountain raves. Or shit on the tracks is good though.
Stolen watermelons and mountain raves, I think.
It's quite that's quite intriguing.
That's very intriguing. That's snappy.
Yeah. Yeah, I would look at that title and be like, what the fuck
yeah.
are they talking about this one now? What the hell?
What the hell?